two guidelines. It's a bit like the last outputs of the project, so we are still building a lot on that, and we are still needing data and other activities to be completed to finish this to complete this objective. That's the first one.
Good morning to our hosts. So one of the objectives of the project is to develop a centralized platform where all the partners can share data and information. So one single point of entry hosted on a web server. So the web platform is running, but not yet accessible for all users. So we already have these 4 apps that are available and running for the project. One app is Rosemary to fine-grain, manage the users, so to give access to particular folders and not others, so you can manage your data regarding the right access. We have the Nextcloud, which is like a Dropbox, so you can share any kind of documentations. We have Geos to offer geographic information systems project on the web, so you can share maps.
I want to see whether they will fix external force.
Are they trying to?
They've not sent it.
I know.
I want to see
not going to.
people can arrange so that they will send a copy.
Your hand. That.
So that before.
Choose on the CR web server, so all project members will be able to access the platform. And we'll have to integrate the Kobo Collect tools within the platform, so to host the data locally. And we will maybe also integrate the modeling application that I will just present the next slide. How to do. So another important output of the project is to provide a modeling tool that is able to generate scenarios of surveillance and control for PPR and disease. So we already performed like 4 participatory modeling workshops with local stakeholders and policymakers. So the idea is to design the surveillance and control system with them, and then regarding which are the components, how many times the information reach one component and another, if you have to make samples, how many times it takes, etc., and with associated cost. And then to design models, so integrated in a platform that perform live modeling. So you can run simulation, then stop simulation, change the design of your system, test what's happened if you change the design. So the platform is in developmental stage. So we are now able to simulate any kind of epidemics, and we have to still next year develop the surveillance and control module to integrate all the data we have already collected with the stakeholders, and then engage with them in a simulation, participatory simulation workshop. So we have to continue to work on the platform to improve the GUI, which is now a bit complicated, as I showed yesterday. And we also have to link the model with the data that are collected in the Lidiski project. So we need some statistical tools to automate the linkage between the database and the model. That will be the next phase. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So following with this pillar of the project, we are like also to share a word about the reports that we are collecting from the community and market workers who have been trained during the project. So this committee animals and worker are using Kobo Collect, so it's an electronic platform. And as Raphael was explaining, the aim is then to integrate this data into this common platform. So with this report, they can notify suspected cases of animal disease, including PPR and ND, but not only. And also the number of animals they are vaccinating against PPR and ND, but they also vaccinate against other diseases. So what we have seen so far is that the reports are increasing. So we have seen a little drop in September and October, and this could be explained by the fact that at this time of the year, there is a lot of farming activities. We have also seen that the number of vaccinated animals is increasing comparing to the number of animals which are treated. And this may be the good signal of the awareness of farmers in favor of preventive measures instead of control measures. So far, we have just over 50% of the cows we have trained who are reporting. So this is mainly due to technological issues we are working on. And another interesting thing is that these field reports are also the opportunity to identify other animal health issues, such as an example, the fact that the FMD vaccine, people are complaining about the fact that the FMD vaccine is not easily available and about the cost. So for now, we have these reports coming, increasing. But for now, these data are channeled to the project platform. So we need now to work on how we can improve the value of this information for decision making. So we have an upcoming discussion with FMART and state veterinary services to see how we can channel this information directly to them. And we will also have to think in the near future how we can also hand over this reporting system to the state DVS, including capacity building for its management. Another important point for us is also to provide feedback to people who are reporting those data. So we need also to think about what kind of channel we want to use to feedback information to them. So at this stage of the project, we are also starting thinking about how we want to evaluate the project intervention. So we target the project effects both at community level, veterinary services, laboratory services, but also for us as research partners. So this evaluation will be conducted in 3 domains. One will be to try to evaluate the effect of the project on the performance of the surveillance system. So we will use the number of notification reports of disease as an indicator. We will also evaluate farmer awareness related to vaccination, evaluation of accessibility and delivery of vaccines, as well as income generation in relation to vaccination. And the third domain of evaluation will be the evaluation of the changes in knowledge, in practices, in behaviors, and in interaction. So for the project beneficiaries, so farmers, or station officer, cows, but also for the project partner of the strategy. So this will start the second semester of next year to be sure that we have a bit of data look at. So, and finally, another very important output of the project is to produce these guidelines to improve surveillance and control of the two diseases. And we really want to develop some guidelines that are tailored to the context and to the expectations of the stakeholders. So what we propose to do is to really co-develop these guidelines in a participatory way with the key stakeholders in prevention and control of diseases, and to use all the project outputs to define these guidelines. So it will be all the data, the scientific data we have collected in the field of epidemiology, socioeconomics, animal mobility, virology, and so on. Also, all the strategy scenario that we will have tested thanks to the model presented by Raphael before, and also all the evaluation data we will get from the effects of the project interaction. So the objective is to mix everything and to gather everyone around the table to discuss that. So the aim of this workshop will be to clearly define who will be our target audience, the content. Maybe the contents will differ also depending on the target, and what will be also then the dissemination plan to be sure that these guidelines are working. And last step will be to test the guidelines with representative of our target audience. So this we will start thinking about the methodology for developing this guideline next year. And I think there is no thank you, but thank you.